pedal this simple be so versatile? Yet it is. It's also built like a tank, so you can use it as a paperweight, a doorstop, or you can use it to bludgeon your useless bass player to death with. If that's not reason enough to buy one, I'm going to show you 6 great ways you can use this pedal that go way beyond just phasing. Hi everyone, for those of you that know my channel, you'll know that I very rarely talk about gear, but I felt obliged to because this thing has been a real lifesaver. This is the MXR Phase 90. Now I never would have thought to have bought one of these, but a few years ago someone gave me this pedal. And I was very grateful, and I thought, you know, it'd be fun for 5 minutes and then I'd probably not use it much. But it's actually been on my pedal board ever since, and it's been used in countless gigs. It sounds amazing, it's roadworthy, it's easy to use, it's easy to power, and it's got this little rubber thing here which enables you to actually change the settings with your foot if you so wish. So let's look at some of the uses for it. Obviously it can be used as a phaser, but a very good one. It's become an industry standard for good reason. It sounds great, and also it's got a slight inbuilt volume boost, which is handy because phasing innately has this problem that it tends to reduce the overall volume of things. Not with this pedal. I tend to have my phaser setting anywhere from say 9 o'clock to about 12 o'clock, and that sounds really good. There's a lot of debate as to whether Van Halen used a flanger or a phaser when he played the song Ain't Talking About Love. Frankly, I think it sounds great with a phaser. Have a listen. So I've got a kind of love-hate relationship with wah pedals. So I love the sound of a good wah, but the implementation of it is often less than perfect. So for example, you often get this treadle thing that does that, and then there's a little foot switch underneath it. And what happens sometimes is you push the pedal down, and if you're playing on a carpet, the pedal buries itself into the carpet and the switch doesn't disengage. And you're left thinking, why does my sound so weedy? One solution to that is optical wahs, but I've never found one that I like the sound of and actually is small enough to really fit on my board. And the other problem is I've been known to do this actually in a gig. I've pushed the treadle down on the wah pedal and the power cord has got caught underneath it and it's actually unplugged itself. So I can actually get a kind of auto wah sound with this. It's not perfect, but it's more than adequate. In fact, it sounds pretty cool. Have a listen. Some of the bands that I dep with often require that I use wah for say 1 or 2 songs, and I don't really want to lug a great big wah pedal to a gig just for using on a couple of songs, especially when the audience won't even know the difference between that and this actually sounds great, and it's far more versatile than a wah pedal anyway. If you want to leave your chorus pedal at home, you can get a kind of pseudo chorus effect with a phaser by turning the effect down really low. It's not perfect, but it sounds close enough. For a rotary effect, you can have this set round to about between 2 and 3 o'clock. also approximate a Univibe pedal with this. It's not perfect again, but it's close enough, and you get this sound. Normally I find between just under 12 o'clock or up to just above 12 o'clock. Finally, this actually serves as a volume booster. As I mentioned before, it's got a volume boost, and MXR kind of went a bit overboard with this, but I kind of like that because it means that when you're using it as an effect, the in-phase part of the sound really cuts through the mix. But also, if you're in a pinch and you're doing a solo and your sound's a bit weedy, you can't bend down in the middle of a gig and turn the volume up. You can kind of get through the situation by having this pedal with the setting on low, which you can adjust with your foot, of course, or have it all ready to go, and use it as a kind of boost pedal. Now, to the trained ear, you may have noticed that all of these sounds, they do retain an element of that kind of phasing effect to varying degrees. But in a gig situation, they're still really good sounds, more than adequate. They will get you through the gig, they will save you bringing multiple pedals, and will save you a lot of money if you don't want to buy lots of pedals. Thanks for watching. I'm not affiliated with MXR in any way. They don't sponsor me, but if they are watching and MXR, you want to send me some free stuff, I'd be okay with that. But anyway, in the meantime, thank you again, and I'll see you next time.